All right. Welcome back to Cedric's Combat Corner. Breaking down UFC 247 with my man Darrin D'amore. What up? What up? You good? All right. So, it was very controversial. It was a good fight. I thought it could have went either way. A lot of people were mad. A lot of people thought Dominic Reyes won. And so we're just gonna break it down. So first of all, how did you score the fight? Who do you think won? First of all,
I just watched the third round because I gave the first two rounds to Reyes quite clearly, and then towards the end of the third round, started shifting in Jones' direction, and then Jones took over the fight from there. So I gave it 3 rounds to 2 for Jones.
All right,
but it was a razor close fight. Like, it wasn't like he dominated like usually does. It was razor close.
Definitely. Yeah, the first 3 rounds were definitely close. The last 3 rounds I definitely gave to Jon Jones, but it was those first 3 rounds that I think decided it. Specifically, the things like, well, just in general, I broke this down already, but just in general, I think it's a combination like of Jon Jones. When you're that great for that long, people have that much more time to study you. You know, these people like this. Jon Jones been champ for 9 years. This guy just started training 7 years ago. Yeah. So his first day, Jon Jones has been on his mind for 7 years. These people, they go to sleep at night dreaming about beating Jon Jones. Their coaches design, their training programs to beat Jon Jones. Meanwhile, I wouldn't be surprised if Jon Jones never even heard of this guy until like Dana White called him and was like, "Yo, you're fighting this guy." I don't know how it is. I don't know how, but just. So that's just so.
He's fought so many big names.
Yeah. So it's the comment. And we already talked about this too, and you can expand on it. But like, you can talk about it. But remember, you said you're not sure. Is this a combination? Is like, have we seen Jon Jones at his height, and he's gonna be like, is he not hungry anymore and not gonna work hard, or has he refound his hunger and can continue? Because it could go both ways. It can go both ways. There's very few guys that are like Mayweather and still have their money and still have that drive to stay on top. Then there's other guys who get there and, like you said, GSP, not just GSP, but other fighters have said before that yes, exactly. Other fighters have said before, like, they're almost relieved after losing because there's so much pressure and stuff like that. So with Jon Jones winning, what do you think about that?
Like, when I was watching the fight, we were talking about this. Like, it just seemed to me that Reyes was way more hungry than Jones. Jones almost looked like he knew he could beat him, but he didn't look as hungry to beat him. Of course, he won the fight. He wanted to win the fight. He wanted to defend the title, and he did. But I just didn't see the same kind of hunger in him that when he fought, say, Lyoto Machida or Red Jackson, guys like that, where he finished them and just outclassed them.
Like, you don't think like he was actually going for the kill? It didn't like.
I think he was trying to set up the kill. I think he was trying to set up the shots. It was Dom Reyes did a great job. Not being there.
Go ahead, sorry.
But I don't know. This is just speculation, right? I'm just wondering. Yeah, have we seen Jones at his best? Have we seen Jones past his prime? Or does Jones need a different kind of challenge? Like, he always talks about going up to heavyweight. Does he need a bigger name? Does he need something to get up? That's what I wonder when I watch Jon Jones, and I see the difference in Dom Reyes. Dom Reyes is so hungry.
And so that's what Jon Jones has to be careful of. He has to really ask himself: do I really still have the hunger to do this? Because these young lions coming up, they do have the hunger to come after him, as Dominic Reyes showed it. So he really, especially if he's going to be moving up to heavyweight, where it's even more of a challenge, like, he really has to ask himself, am I really going to focus and do this? What are the specific things? There's a few things that I spoke about before, specifically with Jon Jones. Like, he's been so dominant for so long. Some of the few flaws that he has, he's been able to get away with. Some like little things, like being like, he's very flat-footed. It's kind of messed up for me to say that because he still dominates everyone he fights. But because he's so flat-footed, when you're that flat-footed, it's hard to, if you're facing someone that's on their toes, it's hard to cut the person off. Yeah. It's hard to hit someone if they're not standing still. So that was
funny because, like, when you see him fight someone that doesn't move like that, you don't notice the flat-footed.
Yes, exactly.
Because they stand in front of him, and when you stand in front of Jones, he's kicking you from every direction. That's what sets up the big shots. The jump knees and the elbows and stuff.
Exactly.
He didn't really hit any of those fights. It's tough for him to get up.
Dominic Reyes, you guys hear me talk about the 2-second rule all the time, right? That's basically what Dominic Reyes was doing. Pop, 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 this way, I'm going this way, I'm going this way, I'm going this way, pop, 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 I'm going this way, that way. Like he never stood until he got tired in the 4th and 5th rounds. He never stood in one spot for more than 2 seconds. The other thing that Jon Jones has been able to get away with, you know, sometimes when he just stands in front of you and he does this with his arms, with his fingers out. Again, and he has his long arms. Like him and Reyes were the same height, but Jones has a 7-inch reach advantage. Now I'm gonna come up. I just came up with a new term. You know, in boxing, they talk about having an educated jab, right? Jon Jones, he didn't exactly have an educated jab because he didn't use it that much. He should improve it if he's going to continue. But he has like an educated reach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Because he knows, like, he'll just fucking...
And he uses that, like, stiff arm.
Yes.
Like, when the guy gets too close, he'll stiff arm him.
Exactly.
And that's when he gets that eye poke.
Exactly. He uses it as like as a defensive move. So like, anything that you do, like, you're going to get deflected first.
And Reyes did a good job of changing angles when he did that, and then that's when he like turned and kind of ran away, and then he hit him with some good shots.
Exactly, and then punching from different angles. You know, that like the up jab, he landed some, like he was punching. Same way how we talk about landing punches from 4 different angles. That's the reason why I talk about today, because that's what Reyes was doing. He landed straight right down the middle. He landed to the side. I seen him try an overhand, and then you guys seen the uppercut that he landed.
Yeah.
Like he did everything. Like I give much respect to his coaches and to him, because even with that being said, I'm sure there's other coaches that probably came up with a good game plan. So I don't know what they helped him with mentally for him to stay focused and to actually implement that game plan. But he did everything. He did everything that he was supposed to do to try to beat the champ.